What's up, Hoosier fans? Welcome to a postseason edition of Under the Hood with IU football, presented by your Central Indiana Ford dealers, a proud sponsor of IU football. Reminder to get out there and visit your local Central Indiana Ford dealer today. I am Rhett Lewis and fired up to be back here with you for this pre-college football playoff edition of Under the Hood. Man, that sounds good. Sounds even better to welcome one of the big men in the middle of IU's defense, a big-time impact player, and a big reason for that unit's success so far this season. CJ West is with us. CJ, welcome to Under the Hood, my friend. Appreciate you taking a few minutes here to talk with us.
Yeah, of course. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, man, let's talk, man, because you and I haven't gotten a chance to really get after this since you joined IU. So let's start there, man.
Yeah.
You make the decision to get into the portal. You come here to IU, and I know you had a lot of other options, but we're certainly glad you chose Bloomington. Man, did you think that this was something that might be possible to be sitting here on the verge of a college football playoff appearance?
Oh, when I first got here, seeing the team and seeing the culture that Coach Sig has and the players, honestly, I thought this was possible. I knew we had a great chance
Love it.
because everybody came when I came in. Everybody worked hard. We all really fit in like a family, and it seemed just right. You know what I'm saying? So like the way we worked, the way we prepared for our things, the way everyone pushed each other. I'm like, this can go as far as we want it to go. It's all up to us. It's our destiny. So we it's in our hands, and let's see what we can do with it. And I believe that from day one when I got here.
Believe. Belief, such a key word for this season, CJ. And I go back to it from the moment Coach Signetti stepped on campus here just about a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
And, some people took it a different kind of way, what he was saying about this program and what he believed was possible. But that's because he had done it before, had the blueprint, right? And was trying to instill a belief in this program that it could happen. And lo and behold, look at the power of belief,
Mm-hmm.
right? I mean, like you talked about it, like you see that with Coach Signetti every day, that belief in his plan and in this plan can bring IU to places it's never been before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see it every day. I mean, the confidence you see, on the social medias and stuff, that's the confidence that he brings when, we're going out to practice and in meetings. That's the same thing. That's the same attitude he brings. So when he gives us that confidence, we have that belief system. We trust his culture. We trust the coaching that all the coaches give us. And we come up together as a team and we just do what has to get done.
When you get to your coach, obviously has a little extra special meaning in this
Yeah.
matchup against Notre Dame. Pat Coots, a Notre Dame alum. We'll get to him here in just a minute, but I want to start with your defensive coordinator,
Mm-hmm.
Brian Haynes, who I know is certainly happy to have an impact player like yourself up there in the middle of this defense. Give us a sense of what kind of messaging, that has really paid off for you in the scheme of this defense that has allowed you to kind of accentuate your skill set, right? Your talent that Coach Haynes kind of puts into place each and every week.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Haynes' defensive mindset is simply attacking. Like everything we do, make sure that it's an attacking mindset. It's everything is vertical. Everything is on their side of the line of scrimmage, and that really helps me play at my potential. And they just give me that confidence to
Yeah.
be able to go do that and just hey, like if you make a mistake, it's okay, but do it as fast as you can, do it as violent as you can, and try to go wreak havoc. That makes everything more simple on the back end. Wreaking havoc up there in the line of scrimmage, just creating a cluster in the quarterback's mind when he has to go through his reads and when
Right.
he wants to hand the ball off or making a running back double guess himself if he wants to take that gap. You know what I'm saying? So all that just kind of comes into like
I'd second guess it if I saw you up there.
but all that comes into that, attacking mindset, just being able to dominate everything in front of you.
And I imagine that there is a big trust factor between whether it's you or your buddy James Carpenter up there with the guys behind you, right? With Aiden Fisher, with Jalen Walker to kind of make things right if you find yourself getting upfield in a way in which you can cause some havoc. They can kind of help you out on the back end,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah, it's a big trust thing. Honestly, just playing off of each other, we all have a great relationship, a great connection, even outside of the field. And I feel like that also helps with the things that goes on the field because we know each other so well. And we just kind of like know, hey, if this situation comes up, this is what he's kind of going to do. And you kind of get that feeling on the back end. And even playing next to Carp or Mikhail and Nell, like you just get all those different feelings because your teammates so well. And when it's, hey, I got to cover him up in this situation because he's going to, take this vertical and those different things. So that just honestly comes with, us knowing each other very well, team bonding, different things like that, getting to know each other and trusting each other. That's simply all it is, that we trust each other to do their job, and they trust me to do my job, and that's how we're going to get things done.
CJ, you've certainly made an impact, really from day one, here at IU. But I've felt, watching you progress throughout the season, that even going into this last month of the season, you've really taken your game, to another level. Where do you feel like you've gotten better since you've been here in Bloomington?
Honestly, it's just the knowing the defensive scheme like the back of my hand. Now, when I first got here, I had a very short time to, kind of get all those things down. But as the season went on, I got a really good, feel for the entire defensive scheme and knowing what I can and can't do in certain situations and knowing how I can, expose their offense. And also it goes in with the preparation that we're doing during the week. Like we get taught a lot of things that will help us, get different clues and get different keys from the offensive lineman, where the running back is positioned, and kind of knowing what the offense is going to do. And that really helps us, be able to play very fast and, play free within the scheme.
And how much of that improvement is spending time on a day-to-day basis with your defensive line coach, your defensive tackle coach, Pat Kuntz, who's obviously been there and done that in the trenches like you're doing it right now. Give us a sense of the type of improvement and the type of teaching that's really allowed you to flourish in this system that he gives you.
Yeah, it's great, especially with, Coach Kuntz coaching, because he's done it himself. So he knows what it takes. He knows, how our body feels. He knows what needs to be done to be successful playing the defensive line position. But honestly, it's just, the confidence that they instill in us. We do a lot of film work. We see a lot of film. We even watch a lot of film by ourselves. That's something we take a lot of pride in doing outside, outside of the facility on our own time. So that's kind of where we get that, that confidence boost from. And when it comes to that time, we've done all the reps during practice. We've done everything we need to do, and now we're just going out there and playing the game.
There you go. And look, your group, you've got a great group of guys that rotate in there with you, right? With Carp, with Tyree Tucker, with Marcus Burris. It feels like you guys kind of trust each other to go in there and make plays, whether you're on the field or not. What's that group like? What's that group mentality between you guys like?
It's honestly like the edge of the world mentality. We're either going to get pushed over the edge or push somebody, so we survive. We don't want to fall off that cliff, so we're going to do everything we can to, take that to survive, and we're going to work as hard as anybody else, and we're going to trust each other, and we're going to, help each other. We're going to get on each other when we need to, and I feel like that's what really helped this room flourish. That we all, really, really trust each other no matter what the situation is. And if somebody, says something to you, you don't take it as like he's mean to you, or hey, you just take it like, hey, we're trying to get better and go. All got one goal we want to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? So that's really how we, get to that point of the season, and that's why we play so well together. Is we all trust each other to a level where it's like there won't be any drop off once somebody comes in and rotates. That's the mindset.
I love that. That's what you got to have, right? Especially up there up front, where that rotation is a big piece of the equation on the defensive side. So, look, we've been talking about the college football playoff now for weeks. It's felt like, right, ever since those first rankings came out. Indiana's been in the top 12 each and every time, and now it's here. Now you know where you're going. You know you're going up to South Bend to play Notre Dame. But what does it feel like to be sitting here as one of 12 teams vying for a national championship in college football? Like, how do you talk about that amongst your teammates?
I mean, honestly, it's a great honor to be here. It's a great position we're in, but we're not thinking of this as no different than any other game we played on our schedule. That's the mindset we have. We're not going to put any game on a pedestal, any team on a pedestal. We're just going to go out there and do what we do, just like every other week. This is the most important game because it's our next one, and that's our mindset going into every week. So, I mean, it's a great honor. We all, we're all very excited to be put in this position, but nobody's putting this at the top of the mountain. We're not, putting us on a higher pedestal than any other game we're playing. We're just going to go out there and do what we do, and rely on our preparation, rely on our execution, rely on everything that we've been taught throughout the season, and just going out and doing our best to execute the plan that we have.
And look, for you, right? I mean, as you try, to make this push, into the next level, like, you don't want this to be your last college football game, right? I mean, you want to be able to play another one. Like, has that sunk in that you're kind of coming down to the end of this thing yet?
Honestly,
Here in your collegiate career, and you want to kind of prolong that?
honestly, that side of it hasn't really sunk in because we just have the mindset like, if we do what we do, we're going to go on to the next game. And I don't really worry about that until, that time officially comes. But like I said, we're just taking this like it's the next game on our schedule, and we're just going to keep preparing that way.
week here in no time at all. And I know you guys are going to make use of all the time you have
Yes,
coming up here to get ready for Notre Dame. CJ, it's been a pleasure to get to know you a little bit, and it's been an even greater pleasure to watch you suit up for the Hoosiers, and I can't wait to watch it here as you guys get up to South Bend to take on Notre Dame. Thanks for being with us on Under the Hood with IU Football.
thank you, Red. I appreciate it.
All right, that's going to do it for this edition of Under the Hood with IU Football. I am Rhett Lewis. Look forward to be back with you game week as the Hoosiers put the finishing touches on preparation for the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. We'll see you then.